Hello, everyone. Good evening. How are you doing? If you can hear me and if you can see me, you know, put it in the comment section that you can see and you can hear me. Please let me know that I am not just talking to myself. Let me see your comment. I already saw Josephine's comment. She said first to comment. Oh boy. It's good to be here again. It's been such a long time. When last did we have a YouTube? When last did we have a live session like this? I'm not sure we've done something like this since after the days of our webinars and after the days of what's this event that TMO used to do back then. And my memory is scrambled right now. I can't remember. After the days of Money Mondays, yes. Hi, Chris. How are you doing? Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening, everyone. All right. So, please, if you are on the group, where people who are joining this live session are hosted, please go tell them right now. Tag everybody on that group that we are live. Yes. Go tell everybody that we are live. That we're live. We're live. We're live. We're live. All right. So go tell them we are live. Go tell them we are live. Yeah. All right. So please, I would like to know your names and where you're joining from. So if you are in here now and I mean everything is going smoothly, kindly put your name and where you're joining from in the comment section. TMO should be here any moment from now. And while that is going on, while you're introducing yourself, let me also take the opportunity to introduce myself. So my name is Dakbo, or popularly known as Brother Dakbo, right? So I'm the head of marketing for Rep 360, and that is the company, the real estate company that is powering this series. It's powering this series. So, and Mrs. Tokwe is our CEO. She's our boss. She's our boss, and she should be in here any moment from now. And we're gonna do this for 21 days. So every evening like this, we would come live, pick a different topic in the world of finance, because the goal is to increase our financial literacy and our financial discipline, our financial wisdom, and our ability to use the money in the most judicious way. And that is exactly the point of this series. So it's called 21 Days of Financial Bastos, which means that some people, sorry for you, but you are gonna collect a little bit of a shenienu, that kind of something. You are going to receive some punchy. Some people, stray bullet is going to meet them, but don't worry, the stray bullet is for your good. Do you understand? So it is a stray bullet that will help you to be better, to do better, to think better, to act better. H1 is already gone. The first half of the year is already gone. We are in the second half, meaning that the race has got to the mid. Before you know now, they will start talking about how you are supposed to position for the new year. By September, some coaches are already shouting. They are already talking about positioning for conquest. They will never allow the year to finish. So before you start to hear all those things, it's better you hear this one now, right? So that you can be adequately prepared. So you can maximize and you can make the absolute best of the rest of this year. It is still not too late. The best time was yesterday. The best time was January 1. Okay, maybe something happened. You could not move at the pace you wanted to move. And now, this is the second half, right? This is the time that the first year has passed the baton to the second year. And we need to make the best of it. So expect a lot of, deep gems, expect a lot of wisdom, expect a lot of practical tips and strategies and ideas to help you achieve your financial goals in the second half of the year. And of course, our CEO, our delectable our powerful, our indefatigable CEO, is already in the house. She's winking at me. Yeah, I know, I understand. She's not used to. She used to think like our compliments are carrying something under the shoulder. But don't worry.
No, I
So
received the
TMO is already.
compliments. Thank you, thank you, thank you. How did you see my winking through the glasses, though? I'm just wondering.
Ah, because I have a smaller screen here that is focusing only on your glasses.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Let's see how we create big screens to focus on money. Now, this is our media review, media reset. Thank you all so much for joining. I just wanted it to be a media reset, 25 days of media reset to help us recalibrate. And while describing, I mentioned I want it to be like a bass boost. And that was like, why don't we just call it bass boost? Let's call it media bass boost, because some people need bass boost. You need that shake up. You need a change. You need to be, you need to be beaten into shape because some of you don't hear word. Some of you are just extremely unable to listen and understand until you allow life happen to you and allow challenges to squeeze you, or you allow situations to get the best of you. So for me, this particular our first episode, which is the first day, we're discussing financial check. We're checking how we are financially. And it's extremely interesting that we're having this conversation, especially after I just finished doing my health check about 2 weeks ago. I feel I still went for a particular check even yesterday. There was another test I needed to do yesterday. So like I'm getting my health checked. And it's apt that we discuss about getting our finances checked. How often do we recheck out our finances? How often do we look through to say, how am I financially? Not the complaining, not to say what is working, what is not working, but like really, how am I financially? No, I sent a message here. Oh. I sent a message there already. What happened? You don't have the password. Oh, great. Yeah, no worry. Thank you. So, how are you doing? How is everyone doing? Where are you connecting with us from? Let's have a bit of interaction. I would like to know your name, where you're watching us from, what your expectations are when you heard financial boost, and how many of you have gone for medical checkup and even when you know you're not sick? And I know it will seem like this is something that only applies to those that have money. Those that are still struggling, they will not go for financial checkup. Hi, Mary, good to see you. Joining on Instagram. Dapo, well done. Continue typing. I can see. Oh, goodness me. Good evening. Evening, Mary from London, good evening. Dapo from Marikbo, good evening. Um, Oyin from Lagos, good evening. How many of you that are watching me have actually gone for a financial checkup? How many of you have actually intentionally gone to say, I do not have any symptom, but I just want to know how things are going? And, like I mentioned just a few weeks ago, I went to just do a few checks on myself. I cannot report that everything is in perfect condition. That's the truth. But I got indications of the areas I needed to pay attention on. Cholesterol needs to be worked on extremely fast. That's one of the things I found out. Memo from Ogu, welcome. Thank you for joining us. Now, I do not have the symptoms that follow lack of watching cholesterol. If you don't measure your cholesterol over a long period of time, especially your unhealthy cholesterol, if you don't check your cholesterol, things like hypertension would come in, things like blood clot, stroke, because you don't have easy flow of blood. So when they say I should watch my cholesterol, is that if you don't consistently watch and lower your cholesterol, you might end up having the complications that come from ignoring your cholesterol. Now, if I do not actively work on this cholesterol issue that was flagged in my test, and maybe I didn't go for a checkup and I ignored it for a long period of time, by the time I'm seeing the evidence of lack of checking on my cholesterol, what will happen is there would already be tangible sicknesses that could have been avoided if I had just checked early enough. So financial check is a system of helping you to look through your finances to prevent worse challenges from coming up. One of the key things why we do financial check and why I advise anybody to do financial check. Thank you, Sandra from Lagos, for joining. Adeniyi from Lagos, currently watching from Lagos Ibadan Expressway on your way to Ibadan. That was me yesterday. I was on my way to Ibadan yesterday, and I was in ridiculous traffic in that Lagos Ibadan Expressway. 3 hours standstill, praying and scabashing that, Lord, let us get away from here. But one of the key things that you get from financial checkup is that you are able to know and review problems before they become life-threatening. When I go for my health checkup, it's so that I discover a problem before it becomes life-threatening. When you go for a financial checkup, and this one, you're not going to meet anybody, you are facing yourself. You know how you know that some things are taking your money away, but you're not consciously looking at it. You are avoiding and ignoring some financial decisions, thinking that if you ignore it long enough, it will go away. That's the same way some people ignore health crises until they sleep and they could not wake up, or they slump. I had a very sad story right here. I'm in Ogbomoso. Oh yeah, let me tell you, this is Tokwe coming to you from Ogbomoso. And I heard a story of an amazing medical doctor who had a practice in Ogbomoso and lost his life last month. He just finished seeing a patient and it was like he wants to go and rest, but he's been doing back to back to back to back to back work. And so when he took time to go and rest, he went up to the room to rest, and that was the end. He didn't come back downstairs. When they went to check on him, they found out he had passed on. When you don't face the challenges, when you ignore those challenges, your lifestyle inflation is a challenge that you can hide from, but you can't really hide from it. It's just like high blood pressure can exist without any symptoms. Like people can have high blood pressure and have no symptoms until the point of death. Someone really, really close to me had like a mini paralysis, from the right side. His hand, his leg, right from his neck downwards, he couldn't move it. And then the next thing we checked the BP 160 something. That's his high blood pressure. Only for us to realize consistently that apparently he had high blood pressure and he didn't check on it. God forbid, if we didn't see that symptom of unable to lift his hand and leg, what would have happened is he just sleeps one day and he doesn't wake up. And they're like, what happened? We just saw him yesterday. He said he didn't wake up. Some of us, our financial situation is literally on the precipice of crisis that we are either ignoring because we think these problems, when hidden, it will not affect me. Your lifestyle is inflated. You have small recurring expenses that you can do without. There was a day I got an alert on my phone. It was small money, and Justin is here. Please remind me, how much did we pay for Zoom? And I just said, we haven't been using Zoom. Why are we still paying for it? Like, we don't need it. Why are we still paying for it? There was a time we were paying for StreamYard, we were paying for StreamYard back to back as a company. And I was like, cut it. Small recurring expenses that look small. $44. Small. But you see that $44, first month, $44. Second month, $44. Third month, $44. Fourth month. By the time you pay it, on the 10th month, that's $440 that was going small, that you didn't pay attention to, and has become a leakage that you could have spent that money on other important things. What are the small recurring expenses that you have put on autoplay? I subscribed to this AI app, Agen. I was so interested. I did some videos. Guess what? I only posted 2 of the videos. I did AI videos that were really, really cool.
but I only posted 2. Then I paid for agent app or agent subscription, and I didn't use it. First month, second month, third month. It was on the 4th month that I realized that, hey, they just charged me again, and I wasn't using this thing for 3 months. So that 4th month, I just sat down on my laptop and I was generating videos over and over again, and I canceled my subscription. Because you need to pay attention. Today, we're discussing financial health check. This is your financial checkup. This is me telling you, wake up before high blood pressure leads to stroke. This is me saying, wake up before high blood pressure leads to death. This is me saying, wake up before it leads to slumming and not. Some financial situations are just like that. You are in debt. That is a financial crisis that you are not checking on. You think by ignoring the debt, it's going to go away. You are owing money. If you are owing money and you don't face the debts, you don't pay off your interest, you don't work on actively cutting down that loan, you will see yourself owe 100,000 naira and be repaying 500,000 naira. Like what you borrowed is 100,000 naira. What you are struggling to repay is over 500,000 naira just because you ignored the debt. Are we together? I've been listening to Apostle Joshua Selman, so I've been listening to Are we together now? Are we together now? Are we together now? So I'm going to probably use those words a little bit because it's very fresh in my head. Are we together? Are you following me? Thank you. Rising debt is one area that people don't pay attention. Thank you. So Justin just informed me that our Zoom subscription was $16 and I canceled it. I canceled it because we were no longer using it. Whatever subscription you are no longer using, why are you paying for it? So my husband is paying for Claude and ChatGPT at the same time. I say, well done. Odogu Male. Continue. Because I really don't understand. Choose one and stick to it. Why will I pay for Zoom and pay for StreamYard and pay for Google? I told them, I said, can't we do this thing on Google Chrome? I mean, we are currently paying, we have a Google subscription. Let's find a way to use Google Meet to do the same thing and avoid making this payment. You need to track. You need to track your subscriptions. Thank you so much for this comment. Dapo has put it up. This is a very, very, very touching comment. I'm going to read out this comment to you because I think many people don't take their health seriously enough. And I'm talking about finances, but I'm linking it to health because they work hand in hand. Sometimes your health can become your biggest financial leakage just because you're trying to cut your expense. If you don't prevent the sickness, you would spend money treating a disease. If you don't spend money preventing the sickness, you will end up spending money treating a disease. And usually, treating the disease is far more expensive than preventing the disease in the first place. So, this is my Edo people. Abidame. I hold you. Hey, Abidame, I hold you. I know that's how they pronounce it. Tell me I'm right. Good evening, I'm Ebby. Thank you for giving me the shorter version. Why did I just read it? Why was I trying to pronounce the name? Ebby. Ebby is watching from Ikeja, Lagos. You are completely right, ma. Where I live, we lost 2 security operatives in less than 3 months due to high blood pressure. You need to check on yourself. You need to check on your health. You need to check on your finances. Poor investments. I've shared a few things. Number 1, lifestyle inflation. You make more money, you spend it all. You make more money, you spend it as you started earning it. Let me call out my realtors. Some of you are into real estate. You were not earning commission before. You were living off your salary. Yes, it was not enough. And suddenly, God buttered your bread with commission. And your finances changed. And suddenly, you have this inflow of funds that you did not have before. And rather than you being strategic, what do? You inflate your lifestyle. And let me tell you the truth. Is one of the things I'm very grateful for, that when I started my real estate journey, honestly, I did not allow the money to shock me for the first 1-2 years. I didn't change my life for the first 2 years of my real estate journey. From the 3rd year, I started relaxing small. I was like, now what person they work with the job. let it begin to show in my life that I am working hard and God is buttering my bread for me. But some people, immediately they get extra inflow of money, the next thing they do is consume the entire inflow, entire surplus without thinking of the future. Immediately it comes in, you get that you didn't plan for it, because that's the thing with sales. You did not plan for the sales, and you're doing, let's say you're doing you get a commission and you earn 6 figures. Let's say you earn 500,000, 600,000, 1 million, and you were not expecting to come in, and that money just came in. And instead of you to calm down, you just you have spent the money, finish. The Lord is your strength. Oh, yes, I got the name right. I'm a proud Edo wife. Don't play with me. Oh, we are number one. It's not easy. Make me fool worry. That's the another one I know. All right, let me go back to my sector. First thing is lifestyle inflation. Second thing is small recurring expenses. I gave the example. I spoke to you extensively about how subscriptions are the order of the day. Everything around you is asking you to put in your card, and they are charging you consistently. Facebook has subscription, Instagram has subscription, WhatsApp has subscription, YouTube has subscription, Netflix subscription. What's this new guys that are Canva has subscription, ChatGPT subscription, Claude subscription. What are subscription? Please give me an example of more subscriptions that are in existence that I've not mentioned. Subscriptions that are actually draining your finances because you can do without them, and they are important ones that you need. But if you find that you're no longer using Zoom subscription, StreamYard subscription, and as a business, there are even many more. There are tools you use for your business that are all CapCut subscription. Thank you. Google One subscription. Thank you. Spotify subscription. Yeah, I had to log in my email into my husband's email into my phone so I can use his Spotify subscription, and then I added him into my own YouTube. So I pay for YouTube, he pays for Spotify. We use each other's accounts. Like, you just need to think with this thing. If not, your entire life is, you become a conduit for money to go. Canva subscription. Thank you. Everything is subscription. Nothing is free. You play music now, you're paying to play the music. If you don't want adverts in your music, that's why I don't wanna know. Buy this water for 5 naira. If you keep playing me, keep it on the low. Subscribe to Zoom for 10 kobo. This is, if you want to play music now, you don't want adverts, you have to pay subscription. Like, every single thing right now requires you to pay. And if you are not careful, you are locked in. So that's second. So that I want to show you're following. Are you following me? Number 2, are you following me? Did you get number 1, inflating your lifestyle? Number 2, lifestyle, in short, subscription, yes. Reoccurring expenses, little reoccurring expenses. And there are some that are not subscriptions, that are reoccurring expenses. Doing your hair, haircuts, reoccurring expense. You can decide to be cutting your hair by yourself. Just go rimakpa and carry the hair the way it is. If you live in a place where somebody is weaving all back, she posted on Facebook that she weaved her hair all back, and the hair cost how much was it? The hair was costing 15,000 naira to weave all back. I say all back I did for 2,500. Man, Duolingo subscription, fantastic. So many subscriptions that trap you. Abby said I cut my hair myself. You would look at it. What are the expenses that I can cut off? What are the expenses I can step away from? What are the things that I can survive without? If I can survive without it, what am I doing with it? Why can I not put this money into other areas? Anyway, we're still doing our financial checkup. That is the matter arising right now. This is the 1st of July, 2026, and this is 25 days media reset, financial gas boost, to help you reset your life and upscale to end this year stronger. Are you following me? Are we together? Drop it in the comment, drop it in the comment, drop it in the comment. I'm following you. We're together, we're together. So I've said lifestyle inflation. Number 2, I spoke about small recurring expenses. Number 3, I spoke about rising debt. How somebody can start, you can borrow 100,000 naira, and without paying attention, what do you have? 500,000 naira repayments. Just because you did not deal with the situation in time. Rising debts. Some people borrow money from different apps and they ignore. They borrow from friends and family and they ignore, leaving their friends and relatives to be paying the money. Some don't even have anybody to pay it. It becomes an embarrassment for the entire community. Do you get? So for me, rising debt's extremely important. You need to track it. Hey, don't spend what you don't have. It is a risk. Number 4, poor investment. Some of you genuinely, let me read Chinwe's post. She said, yes, my husband cut his hair and that of our boys by himself, saving you huge costs. If you're cutting your hair on a weekly basis, even if you're using a cheap salon, that accumulates. When you have, I have 3 boys, and I know what we pay when we are cutting 3 boys' hair. So, which is why we cut our hair once we cut our hair once in 6 weeks. We cut before school resumption, we cut during midterm, and then we cut when we are resuming school again. If it is 3 months, I don't care. They should carry their hair and comb it very well. Whichever way, for me, as long as the hair is neat, I'm good. But it's extremely important that we talk about poor investment, because I teach on finance a lot and I advise people to always invest their money. I say savings is the lowest form of investment. Savings is not even an investment. Savings is a process for you to acquire and get into investments. It is nothing. You need to invest. However, if you invest poorly, it is like you thinking, I have made money. Let me go and eat shawarma. Let me drink Coke, buy a plate of food and bottle of beer and different drinks because you feel you've made money. But what you are doing in actual fact is a poor investment that's going to cost you. You have put your money into buying things that are actually harming you as opposed to making you healthy, making you live a quality life. Such is poor investment. Some people see investments as clothes. Clothes are not investment. I know. They will tell you, look good. Even me, I always say it. Invest in your looks. Yes, we use the word invest, but it's not an investment. And if you're not careful, it is a poor investment. When you put money into clothes that you don't have into investments, like I have a wardrobe full of clothes, shoes, bags that is worth millions of naira, but I have no assets, not one plot of land. My shoes, if your shoe collection, your clothes collection can buy a plot of land and you don't own any, then that's a poor investment. That's not wisdom. That's not wisdom. You are not meant to use it's okay to look good. Temu is your friend. Bend down select in Yanokotangwa is your friend. There are many options and they will make you look good. Nobody needs to know. Nobody needs to know how much you bought it or where you bought it from. You just need to look good. So why are you struggling to impress and look expensive and buy what you cannot sustainably afford? Keyword being sustainably afford. What you cannot sustainably afford. Poor investment. You put your money into buying a newer car, or you put your money into changing your phone. I don't care. And I know that it sounds very funny for someone that is using a latest Samsung phone, but I didn't put my money into buying the phone. It was a birthday gift. If it was left to my own kobo and naira, I would put it into an investment that actually pays me returns. Because for me, I want my lifestyle to reflect discipline, not luxury that cannot be backed by substance. So when you make poor investments, you're following wrong advice, you are following wrong opinion, you are impressing people. It's similar to the person who is saying, my life, I'm now enjoying my life, and then you are drinking Gary with Coke and you pour Coke into the Gary. Like, what exactly are you trying to do? Like, I don't get it. You want to show that you are now a big boy, so I cannot drink Gary with water, I'm drinking Gary with Coke. Okay, like, to what end? That's the way some people that are buying, are investing poorly, are doing. They don't make sense. You are acting your poverty as opposed to making rational decision. And the 5th lesson I'm going to share with you under, hidden problems that your health check will reveal is your health check will help you find your money leaks. Your money is leaking. When I say your money is leaking, I really mean it. People are leaking money away. Let me tell you this story. I had to make my entire office open a Zenith Bank account because when we checked our expenses and how much we were paying, I can't even mention how much we paid when we were paying salaries. and the charges that were coming from all the alerts. Like everybody open an account, open salary account, so that I'm not paying charges over it. Money is leaking away because you are not tracking it. You need to track. When you track your income, when you track your inflow and outflow, you know where money is leaking and where money can come out from. And it's extremely important. Extremely. Another thing I would like you to know is when we do this financial check, it helps you to detect problems early. Even family problem. Doctors love to catch sicknesses early, Doctors will tell you, the earlier you catch a sickness, the better. Cancer doesn't kill if you discover stage 1, stage 2. Anything after stage 2, it becomes prayer points. Anything after stage 2 is a prayer point because you didn't catch it early. Money works the same way. If you catch your income early and you tie it specifically and you tie it right, you save yourself big time. I'm spending 50,000 naira. I'm overspending 50,000 naira. Someone was given a credit card, and this would apply to those of you that live in diaspora. You got a credit card. Every month you are exceeding little by little. You're not paying it. Exceeding little by little. Exceeding little by little. And you don't check it. The next thing, your debts have accumulated. 50,000 naira has become 500,000 naira. That 50,000 naira extra that you are overspending on a monthly basis suddenly has become 1 million naira. It was just 50K. It was only 50K. Oh. It was not that much. Yes, 50K, 50,000 naira is not that much. But over a period of time, unaccounted for, you get into crisis. Small financial adjustments today prevents major crisis tomorrow. If you make small financial adjustments today, you avoid crisis tomorrow. It's the reason we are having this conversation. We're having this financial check because I want you all to intentionally make those adjustments today to prevent major financial crisis tomorrow. There's no other way to go about it. You either catch it in time or you are stuck. You catch it in time or you are stuck. I was talking to someone. This story. I used to do free makeup training for this was about 10 years, 11 years ago. I was doing this free makeup training and the people come to apply that I can't afford makeup training. So I would like you to teach me. And then the lady came to the interview session and she had like a brand new shoe and bag. So there's a shoe. Then you see this transparent, there was a transparent bag that was in vogue then. That bag goes for 15,000 naira. I seen it on Instagram. Me that I'm doing free training, I priced the bag and walked away. Then somebody is coming to my store to say, I don't have money to pay for training. I want to apply for free training. And lo and behold, what bag is this person carrying? Is this 15,000 naira bag? I had to ask, did you buy the bag or was it a gift? It's so cute. Because I needed to find out. Only for me to discover that she said, I bought the bag last month. I'm like, oh, wow. You're not part of people that need our scholarship program. You can afford to buy a bag. You should afford to pay for your training. It's not to despise. It's just the fact that you need to understand that people you are going to meet are making intelligent financial decisions and you are expecting them to be kind and help you when you are unwilling to make the same kind of disciplined financial decision. We don't prepare enough for emergencies. That's the truth. We really don't. But, I have spent a lot of about 30 minutes sharing why you need to do a financial health check, like check your finances. But I would like to hear from you in the comments. What are the key things that you've gotten from our conversation so far? Because I just feel that at the end of the day, I don't want it to be a one-sided conversation. I don't want it to be a one-sided conversation. So like I said, today's 1st of July, we're doing a 25 days mid-year reset, and it's about from mental, financial, physical well-being to help us position ourselves to end the year strong. And today we're talking about financial checkup. And so I would like to hear that. What story do you have on your financial journey, and what specific question would you want to ask me on financial checkup? Are you ready to say the truth, or you want to sugarcoat the stories? It's all love here. It's all love. It's all love. And I'm waiting for those of you watching us as well. Drop your questions, drop your comments on the concept of financial checkup. What do you think? Let me know. Let me remove my earpiece so that those on Instagram can hear you. Dapo, are you there? I can't hear you. I think you're muted or something. Maybe it's on my end. If you can hear that, please let me know. I can't hear you. Me, I cannot hear you. Can you hear me? If you can hear me, let me know. If you can hear me, let me know. 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 So they can't hear you, Dapo. Something is happening to your audio. We could hear you loud and clear when you were. Thank you. Obviously, I'll be waiting to hear from you, Dapo. While we're waiting to hear from you, let me talk about. Let me share 10 things that I feel you can use to examine yourself.
Am I audible now?
Oh, I'm hearing faintly now.
What's going on? Wait, everything is supposed to be fine from here now. I didn't do anything wrong.
It's coming in faint right now. Let me share 10 things with everybody joining me right now. 10 things, 10 things, 10 things, 10 things, 10 things. Thank you, Mike. It's been very insightful. My question on lifestyle inflation, when it has to do with basic necessities like rent keep rising above planned expenses. How can we tackle it? You see, rent is essential. If it is somewhere you are already staying, you must find a way to make more money to afford that house. But if it is that you're moving somewhere, so if somebody close to me is trying to move houses, and when they got when he told me about the house he got, I told him point blank, I said, you cannot afford this house. Yes, it looks good. You like that it's in an estate, but you can't afford it, because even if you were able to raise money for this year's rent, ability to sustain this expense. This is someone that has never paid rent before, never had to pay refuse bill, never had to pay power bill. You are now jumping into, you are hitting adulthood like never before. You think you are an adult. You're not an adult until you are fully responsible for running a house. There is no stop. There's no break. You are paying bills month on month. You must. If you don't pay the refuse, they would carry it. If you don't pay for power, it will be switched off. If you don't pay your rent, you lose the house. You will then have to start afresh. So don't go and put your leg into something that will require prayer and fasting for you to pay your next year rent. That's because he is just starting. But if you are already in the house and then rent keeps going and jumping at a rate that you can't, that is going outside your planned extent, you need to make more money than you planned to make before. That's your reality.
Yeah.
If your expenses have increased beyond what you thought, you must ensure that your income increases beyond what you expect. If I was expecting 150K every month before, and now my expense, food alone is, food used to be 50K, and now food is 80K, or transport is now, then I know I must earn more money. Some people are wishing and hoping to cover the gap. It's not miracle that will cover the gap. You need to create a system. It is the reason I can't work in a place where there is no structure of I work more, I earn more. I don't like it. I don't want only I work more. Whether I work or I don't work or you pay me the same thing. That's not a good place to grow. I want a place where if I apply more effort, my resultant income would reflect the effort I have applied. How does that affect you? Rent has gone up. Food bills have gone up. Transportation cost has gone up. What do you do in that situation? You need to increase your earning. You need to increase your earning. You need to face calculate it, count your cost. What are my essential costs? What can I cut off? What can I not cut off? What is my projected revenue? What are the potential revenue that I can make from this place? I break it down. I do backward integration. How much do I need every month? I need 600,000 naira. What's my salary? 300,000 naira. Okay. There's a 300K deficit. How do I make this 300K deficit that I need here? Am I going to make it from doing hair or doing nails because let me tell you, I used to be a makeup artist. I had a makeup studio, and the makeup studio was not generating enough money to make it worth my while. I went to learn how to do nails and pedicure because this was about 20 years ago. Makeup was not this hot cake, but people were doing their nails more than they were doing makeup. So while the core skill I first learned was makeup, I went to acquire a new skill that would help me sustain the studio that I had put together. So I put in pedicure, I put in manicure, I was doing acrylic. I went to learn. That way I could increase my income. So to answer your question, if lifestyle inflation is based on necessities, you and I know the truth. Don't lie to yourself. Necessities. If lifestyle inflation was due to necessities, you can freely decide and tell yourself, I need to earn more money. But if your lifestyle inflation is to look rich, is to look good, it's like, oh no, I'm not the worst in my set. My university people feel like I'm not blue. I will show them. They will use AI to Photoshop your picture and show them that. There's no need for you to impoverish yourself to impress people that don't really care about you. Increasing your income is the easiest way to catch up with inflation.
Yes.
And you need to get aggressive about increasing your income. When I say aggressive, I mean aggressive. It's the reason that we've taken our Realtor group very seriously. So there are many of you joining us right now that you don't play in the real estate space, but it is one of the ways where you can keep your 9 to 5 and earn money on the side selling our real estate products. Dapo, can we hear you talk now? Or you are just here to look at my face?
No, I should be audible now. Can you hear me?
Yes, it's better.
Okay, good. I had to change my internet connection to. So do you want me to answer the question that you asked me earlier?
Sorry, I can't hear you very well. So let me continue with my story. My story was about the fact that for many people that find themselves in a situation where their earning is not enough, I'm seeing someone, Mr. King, saying, how do you increase the earnings if you work for someone or you are a civil servant? Let me tell you, there's a story of a particular realtor with us who came to our office last Friday, and he was saying, can you see my face? TM has changed my life, and I felt so much joy. So here's the backstory. He was he worked in the accounting department of MFM for many years, and then he retired, and then he got a job somewhere else. And all through the time he was working, what he could earn had a cap until he joined our Realtor group. He's still working and earning salary right now, but as a Realtor, many of the pastors that knew him then in MFM, they knew that he's a person of integrity, and now they patronize him. He has made tens of millions of them. I'm not saying 1 million, not 2 million, not tens. of millions of naira that he has never made before in his salary as a career professional from selling our real estate products. And he had someone that bought 6 acres. That's like millions and millions in commission for him. But that didn't happen from his salary. He earned extra as a realtor. Some people earn money selling, what do you do that? Drop shipping. They do drop shipping. Some are able to do, there's another word, there was this stuff you used to do before. I'm explaining me about your audio is not audio, you know. But affiliate marketing, thank you. Not multi-level marketing, no. And your MLM and MMM, they are Siamese twins. Not multi-level marketing, affiliate marketing, affiliate, not bring 2, bring 4. It's not that one. Affiliate marketing, you are actually selling a product. When you join Rev 360 as a realtor, you are actually selling a product. You are selling real estate properties. And you are an affiliate of us. But in real estate, the term is not affiliate, it's called realtor. By your association with us, you sell houses. We currently have some apartments going for 20 million naira. By the time you're getting your commission, you're smiling to the bank. House rent is not going to be a struggle for you when you're earning commission. So if you are interested in joining our realtor group, especially for you, Mr. King, who is complaining about being a civil servant and wondering how you can increase your income, we have civil servants that are members of our realtor group, and they're able to make very good commissions. Even from Abuja, how can I be part of the realtor group in Abuja? And what's that? As a 9 to 5. Oh, you can hear him. It's me that cannot hear him. Oh, I'm a realtor. How do I join the group? They'll put the number there. If you're watching the replay, you would see the number in the comments. The number of what's her name? I'll put Antonia's number. You can always reach out to Antonia. Just send Reba to Antonia and you get all the information. Send Reba to Antonia. Reba to Antonia. Antonia's number is already on Facebook and on YouTube, but it is not on Instagram. I'll post it in the comments. Is the Realtor Group in Canada. The Realtor Group is virtual. You can join us for virtual trainings and you can sell from Canada. I have a very active realtor in the UK that lives in the UK and is selling real estate products and has made good money. Good money. Good money. Money that makes sense even when converted into pounds. So please note that is also a possibility. Of course, if you still have more questions, I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you for the session. My question is, I studied pharmaceutical technology. You cannot study pharmaceutical technologist. You can study pharmaceutical technology and you have HND. Which would you encourage I go for BSc or PGD? The masters, or just do MBA? Wow, it seems you need to go and study English again. But while I will just answer your question, pharmaceutical technologist, a pharmaceutical technologist needs to understand where is the money with my skill. Whatever skill you have, where is the money with my skill? I'll come back and answer you, Oluwajidex. I have a question on Instagram. Somebody is asking how to invest 300 to 400,000 naira. Should I advise you honestly, or I should advise you? I don't even have an option. I'll advise you honestly. Go to the bank. Don't put your 300, 400,000 naira as your last card in a get rich quick scheme. We are a real estate company. We are not an investment. Is an investment wealth creation company, but we don't do return on investment of cash. So my advice to you is for you to go to the bank, or I would say that the interest might not make sense, but if it is that you want to deposit 400,000 naira and spread your balance to buy a land, I can help you. Rep 360 can help you. But if you want to invest 400,000 naira so that you can be collecting, it's not gonna work here. Let me come back. I want you to break down your question, Oluwa GDEX. Break it down more. What do you want to do? Is 400,000 naira a deposit so that you can spread payments to own a land, or what do you want to achieve? Then let me come and answer ambidextrous faith question. You see your question. Everything you learn in school is to help you to make money. If you go to school to study pharmacy, it's so that you can use the pharmaceutical skills you have to make money. If you go to school to study marketing, it is so that you can use the marketing skills you have to make money. So the question you should ask yourself is, as a pharmaceutical technologist, where can I make the most money with the skill I currently have? Do I need, you don't need more certification. You need clarity on the path you will take. If you know that you're probably going to work with GSK, go and find out, okay, for me to work with GSK or for me to work with if any pharmaceutical company, Evans Pharmaceutical, or you want to work with what other pharmaceutical company do we have? Give me an example. Can I have examples of different pharmaceutical companies that are big? I know GSK.
Vita Biotics. I don't think they're Nigerian.
If you want to work with Vita Biotics, if you want to work with, let's even say you want to work with Unilever, just FMCG, general FMCG. What do you need to work there? What are the qualifications? Do they take PGD? Do they take BSc? Do they take MBA? Like, what would make you most marketable? What's your most marketable addition? So that we are not just going to chase certification, wasting money and precious time on certifications that are not relevant in the marketplace. Because there are probably someone just like you with your certification somewhere on LinkedIn who didn't have to do BSc, PGD or MBA and is earning very good money because they've been able to see the money in their skill. They are photographers and they are photographers. If you are a photographer, and you are working in Musholosha, snapping where majority of people in that area are Agberus, excuse me, you are still a photographer. You sabi work, you learn work. You cannot compare yourself with TY Bello in VI, in Ikoyi. Even if you know how to do pictures well, by virtue of your location, your skill becomes irrelevant, which is why I don't mind those at Jackpot for whatever reason. But some end up going there and still remain irrelevant because they have not prepared their internal man to be able to offer value. M&B, thank you. I'm getting so many examples, fun and amazing. So you need to understand, based on this thing I studied, let me check any other person who studied the same course on LinkedIn, not on Instagram, not on Facebook, not on YouTube. Some of you, you are looking for work, you're on the wrong platform. Thank you very much for following me on Instagram, on Facebook, and on YouTube. But where you should be living is LinkedIn, because your goal is to get a multinational job. You need to be there, posting, telling your stories, selling yourself consistently. You are spending time consuming content and wasting away your life, literally, on other platforms where you need to be is to study the people that look like you, have your qualifications. What are they doing on LinkedIn? How are they earning money on LinkedIn? You might get to LinkedIn and find out that you don't even need BSc or PGD. What you need is just your MBA. That's saying that you understand business as a pharmaceutical technologist would give you more opportunities than doing BSc. BSc is useless because you already have HND, depending on your level of research. Fitsim is another company you can work. You see, there are many companies you can work. You need to make a list. There's a friend of mine that made a list of 20 companies that you would like to work. And then started checking them out. What are the requirements these people will need for me to work with them? Which of them do I have those requirements now? Then apply to all of them, even the ones that you don't even have their requirements. And research enough to make a good impression when you get there. So I got the answer to my question. This particular wonderful follower on Instagram wants to invest 400,000 naira and he wants to get ROI. It's not Reg 360. You need a financial institution that is regulated by SEC. We are regulated by LASRERA. That's the Lagos State Real Estate Regulatory Agency. That's our own agency. What you need is a company regulated by SEC, Security and Security Exchange Commission. Those companies can take your money, hold it for maybe a year or 6 months and pay you returns. Go into the money markets. That's a good place to spend your little money to grow the money. Even as a company, we put our savings into the money market, then we bring it back into real estate. Guys, let me tell you something for a fact. You cannot and should not entrust your hard-earned money based on face value with someone who is not licensed or certified to handle the money that you are giving them. I have done it. I've done crowdfunding, but it was with explanation. This is crowdfunding. No. If it doesn't work out, you will get land. But what you want is return on your investment. That comes from a financial institution. So you need an investment institution where you can get return on your money and have liquidity, so that when that money grows to like 5 million, then I can give you land in exchange for the money. Okay?
Correct.
Are we good? Good evening, ma. Please, how do I join Rep 360 community? We are right here. We are a very, very welcoming community. Our community is divided into two. One half for our customers, those ones we prioritize them. They are members of Club 360. If you buy any property from Rep 360, you get a monthly private session, not just with me, with my mentors, coaches, friends, speakers, and they teach the quality that people pay for. They teach on marriage, they teach on relationship, yeah. For those that are single, they teach on parenting, they teach on placing your children in international schools, they teach on health, they teach on fitness, they teach on diet, they teach on investing your money, they teach on building trust. And we do this free just because you are a client of Reg 360. So to get into our real community, buy a property from us. Once you buy a property from us, you become a lifelong member of our inner caucus. This is my inner caucus. I am invested in their growth. You cannot fail because you are bought from us. Why? You are a client and a customer of Red 360. You are in the community called Club 360. Failure, they our side. Growth is the only thing that is our side. And we commit to helping that growth happen. The second way to join our community is to become a realtor with us. So when you are a realtor, what happens is you get to join Reba. Reba, you please pin my Reba. Did I not drop my Reba details? I thought I dropped that Reba Antonia details so that we can pin it. So I needed to munch the screen on Reba details. So that once you send that, you become a member of our community in Reba. Now, our Reba community gives you access to our second phase of community, which helps you to make money through selling real estate. Actively make money through selling real estate. So yes, that's another way for you to join our community. It's 9 o'clock on the 1st of July, 2026. It's 9 o'clock on the 1st of July, 2026. Thank you all so much for joining us. Please, if you have not shared this video, somebody will learn something invaluable. Share the video. I realize that if you don't tell people, they don't remember to do it. It doesn't occur to them. Some of you, you can eat correct food. You will not say, come and join me to eat. I know. I used to be like you. I'll not see correct food and now say I want to share. I'm sorry. I'm from Ijebu. I'm so sorry. I know they like share. If the food sweet, I want chopper. I want balance them. But in this case, I'm enough for everybody. I'm abundance. Sharing me is not going to finish me. I can go round. So share this live. Share this live. We do have a special offer for the month that we're actively pushing, and we have a ton of our wealth advisors here joining me live that will be able to answer any question that you have, especially regarding real estate acquisition. You want to buy land, you want to buy house, you're thinking Lagos, you're thinking Ogun State, You want CFO, you want affordable, we got you covered. And we're very intentional. God has really, really been faithful to us on this real estate journey. And we have phenomenal locations. And put it this way. Every estate that we are selling right now, we haven't done price review have we done price review this year? Whitewood Abbey, Empress. No, we haven't done this year. Since we changed, like we've only done one price review this year. And you and I know that inflation is chasing everything. So on a normal day, at this middle of the year, we should be doing pim, adjusting our price to reflect market realities. But we haven't. That's an opportunity for you. We also are giving flexible instrumental payments, interest-free payments till December this year on our estate. All you need to do is talk to, there's a message scrolling on Facebook and on Instagram that I think people should take advantage of. Where you can pay 3 million naira and own a plot of land. 3 million naira, a plot of land. 3 million naira, genuine plot of land. Not,
you can do more if you want.
Not photocopy land, though. Not paper land, not audio land, not the one that they'll say the land is there. The land you can touch, the land that is completely fenced, and it's costing 3 million naira. See, I know that I do not advertise how good our real estate is enough. And that's not because sometimes I just feel like I'm too good. If you don't know it, what's wrong with you? A little bit of pride is not a bad thing, but it's just important that we let you all know that we have intentionally curated a selection of properties that will bring you profits. Bring you profits. So today was financial checkup. The best boss is go and check your finances. The final lesson I'll leave to you, go and withdraw, go and call for your 3 months. Actually, don't do 3 months, do 6 months. 6 months statement of account. Oh my shock. You'll be shocked. I promise you. You will be shocked how much money you have made this year. Except you are a strict salary earner. Take January to June. All the statement, all accounts that you have, every bank you own, collect this statement of accounts and find out where really is your money going to. Where really is your money going to? Check it and use, you can even print it out and use marker. Red for irrelevant, green for good one, blue for essentials. Use like 4 markers and rule it. If you hold your sheet and your sheet is looking red, you know that you have been wasting money in the past 6 months. Are you following me? What is my assignment to you? Print out January to June statement of accounts. Most of the banks will do it for you free. Print it out in a physical paper. Have your marker, blue, green, red. You can even have yellow for the ones that you are not so sure whether you will call it a good investment or not. Anything that is a wasted, like you feel this money, I should not have used this money like this, paint it red. If you hold your sheet and it is more red than blue or more red than green, you know the answer to your question. You are in crisis. If your financial results, you say my money is going to Netflix, Spotify, and pizza. My children don't understand why I stopped pizza weekend. We used to do pizza on Sundays. After church, we would go and have pizza on our way back. I did the calculation. Then even once a month, we would do buffet lunch. Then they increased our buffet. By the time the 5 of us were eating, let me not even mention the kind of money people's salary are. We eat people's salary for lunch on Sunday. Then my children will now get there and say, the jollof rice has onions. The pepper is kinikon. I have paid for buffet. You are wasting my food. Don't worry. You will beg me for this buffet. That was how I swung away from the buffet, because I also did my financial check. My money was going to where it should not go to. I made a decision last year. No wig. I'm not gonna buy any wig. You see this lovely hair? When I bought it 3 years ago, I know how much I spent. And in my head, it felt like a good investment. And to some people, it's still a good investment. One off, not consistently. We made some tough decisions. And I think it's time for you to make those tough decisions. That's the glass goals for this year. The rest of this year is going to be better than the first half of this year. And it's going to depend on you actively making a decision that you will take financial responsibility and take responsibility. I am to print out statement of all my account generated. Fantastic. I have good students on YouTube, and I have good students on Facebook. Instagram, I don't think you are here. You are busy scrolling from one page to another. I love you. I respect you for those of you that joined from the beginning till now. And if you just joined, this is our first edition of 25 days of financial mid-year resets, 25 days financial basketball. So stay with me tomorrow, 8 p.m. I'm going to be back here with another member of my team. And we are going to, your assignment is to print out your statement of account from January to June, and you take your marker to tick out which is essential, which was not essential, which was a waste. And if your statement of account is all red, you have wasted more money than you should have for the course of your first half this year. It is not an indictment, it is a warning for you to end the year better by being disciplined. And so thank you all so much for spending the 1st of July with me. I'm happy to have you all here. Please don't forget to share this video. Make it
am I audible now?
Tomorrow. And if you are interested in any of our real estate offers, just send us a DM or check in the comments. You would see like 5 phone numbers. I put all the 5 phone numbers there. Just pick one person. Don't talk to 5 people. What? You are not a multitude. You are one person. Talk to one person. Pick whatever name.
Hello, TMO.
And talk to that person to get more information. That, but do you have another thing to join? Happy New Month. Happy New Month.
Yes.
Happy second half.
Yes. Of the year. I do. Can you hear me? Am I audible now?
Yes, Claire? I can hear you.
Okay, so I there was something I started doing a couple of weeks ago. Now, before now, I was somebody who did not see, I could not exactly see the benefit of calculating my expenses. Now, I am being very honest. And that is because I do not splurge. So I don't really go to cinema. To even learn how to enjoy life, it's like I am learning. Do you get? So all the calculate this, how much did you spend this on? How much? I was like, well, I beg, I don't do. But then something changed my mind about it recently. And it was about me just essentially knowing, just know how much are you spending on each aspect of your life. So you have an idea of the average of what your monthly expenditure looks like. So now every time I send money for anything, I always put what I'm spending that money for in the narration. Mm-hmm. Now, if you're somebody who has not been doing this before now, start doing it. In every single transaction I do, there is a narration of what that money is meant for. Now, what I would now do at the end of the month, which I'm supposed to have done it yesterday, but I'll still do it anyways. I'm going to print out the statement of account. I'm not saying you should do this. I'm just telling you what I'm going to do. I'm going to feed it into Claude AI, and I'm going to ask it to separate all my expenditure according to categories. How much did I spend on transport and upkeep this month? How much did I spend on miscellaneous? How much did I spend on charity? Now, charity includes money I gave my younger brothers, money I had to send home for something, and all of that. And that will help you get a clear picture of where your monies are going from. And then whatever other things you cannot track, you already know that your money is leaking from somewhere. I just wanted to add that, especially that part of adding narrations. It's very, very important because what you cannot measure, you cannot adjust. So yeah, that's what I wanted to say.
Which is very powerful. Thank you for putting that perspective. Is we need to also always we need to learn to use AI appropriately, because sometimes there are little things that it can help instead of you manually drawing the line one by one. But that is if you have done what that was said, which is if you have intentionally put in consistently that narration for every expense you're carrying out. If you don't put narration, if you're just saying expense, expense, some people they are doing transfer, is expense, is expense. They don't really break
Yeah,
down what those expenses are. You will not be able to get a proper analysis. So this is the 1st of July. Be true to yourself in all your narration going forward. Every time you want to spend the money, put the actual thing you're spending the money on. That was how I was able to realize that. I go say I know they buy clothes, I know they buy clothes. I they buy clothes. Wardrobe was collecting a major part. Clothes, tailoring, clothes. I was like, oh my God. In 1 month, I spent so much money on clothes. Wow. So I think it's extremely important that you do what Dapo just suggested. So
yep.
do we have another question? Is there any other thing that we should be talking about before we call it a night?
I need to start packing.
Are you packing? I'm not
Yes.
understanding. You are literally packing. Okay, so we are packing. Somebody is literally packing. Even me, I'm in Obomosho in my friend's house, and today is her birthday party. She has done like this to me, like, hello,
Finish
hello,
up.
finish off, man, So she'll be back in Lagos tomorrow. Love you all. Enjoy a productive, fruitful second half of the year. The second half of this year will be, it won't be double. It will be 6 times better. I don't know where that word came from, 6 times, because there are 6 months left in the year. 6 times better than the first half of this year. Much more joy, much more peace, much more wealth, will be your testimony in the second half of this year by the special grace of
Amen.
God. Enjoy a
Amen.
testimony-filled July. All right. That's all we can take
Sign up.
today. We shall see you tomorrow. Make it a date for 8 p.m.
Good night. Bye. Okay.